unexpected arrival. The Galactic Academy of Advanced Sciences loomed before Zara, a massive structure of shimmering crystal and pulsating energy fields that seemed to defy the laws of physics. As the first human ever to set foot on this alien world, let alone attend its most prestigious institution, Zara felt a mixture of awe and trepidation. The journey had been long and fraught with diplomatic negotiations. Humanity, still new to the galactic stage, had fought hard for this opportunity. Now, standing before the Academy's grand entrance, Zara realized the weight of responsibility on her shoulders. She wasn't just a student, she was an ambassador for her entire species. As Zara approached the entrance, she noticed the diverse array of alien life forms bustling about. Creatures with multiple limbs, beings composed of pure energy, and entities that seemed to phase in and out of reality, all moved with purpose through the Academy's grounds. None of them paid her much attention at first, too engrossed in their own affairs. That changed the moment Zara stepped through the Academy's main portal. A hush fell over the entrance hall as alien eyes, sensory appendages, and other unfathomable organs turned to focus on her. Zara felt her heart racing, but forced herself to stand tall and walk forward with confidence. "Welcome, Zara of Earth," a melodious voice resonated in her mind. A being that appeared to be made of swirling mist approached her. "I am Santhar, Dean of Interspecies Relations. We've been expecting you." Zara bowed slightly, remembering her diplomatic training. "Thank you, Dean Santhar. I'm honored to be here." As Santhar led Zara through the winding corridors of the Academy, whispers and murmurs followed in their wake. Zara caught fragments of conversations in languages her universal translator struggled to decipher. "Is that the human? So fragile-looking. I heard their planet is mostly water. How primitive. But they achieved faster than light travel in just a few millennia." Santhar's misty form seemed to ripple with what Zara interpreted as concern. "Please forgive the attention, Zara. You are quite the curiosity here. Many of our students and faculty have never encountered a human before." Zara nodded, trying to take it all in stride. "I understand. I hope I can help foster better understanding between our species." As they reached Zara's assigned living quarters, a commotion erupted nearby. A group of alien students, each more bizarre than the last, had gathered to catch a glimpse of the human. One particularly excited individual, a being with iridescent scales and multiple eye stalks, pushed forward. "Is it true that humans only have 2 eyes, and that your limbs don't regenerate? How do you survive?" the alien asked, its eye stalks waving frantically. Before Zara could respond, Santhar intervened. "Students, please. Zara has had a long journey. There will be time for questions later." As the crowd reluctantly dispersed, Zara caught sight of one alien lingering behind. Unlike the others, this being seemed to regard her with skepticism rather than curiosity. Its body was a constantly shifting mass of geometric shapes, and Zara felt an inexplicable chill as its gaze met hers. Santhar noticed the exchange. "Ah, that's Professor Xilex, our head of comparative xenobiology. I'm sure you'll be seeing more of each other." Once inside her quarters, Zara finally had a moment to catch her breath. The room was clearly designed with alien ergonomics in mind, but efforts had been made to accommodate her human needs. A bed-like structure, a desk with a holographic interface, and what appeared to be food synthesizer filled the space. As Zara began to unpack, her personal AI assistant, HFY, materialized as a hologram. "Zara, your vital signs indicate elevated stress levels. Would you like me to run a relaxation program?" Zara shook her head. "No, HFY, I'm fine. Just overwhelmed." "Understandable. Your current situation is unprecedented in human history. May I suggest reviewing your class schedule? Preparing for your academic challenges might help alleviate anxiety." Nodding, Zara pulled up her schedule on the holographic display. The list of classes was daunting. Quantum entanglement in multidimensional spaces, psychic energy manipulation, theory and practice, temporal mechanics and paradox resolution. Zara's head spun just reading the titles. A knock at her door interrupted her thoughts. Opening it, Zara found herself face to face with the scaly, multi-eyed alien from earlier. "Hi, I'm Zilks," the alien said, its voice a mixture of clicks and whistles. "I'm your assigned peer mentor. I thought maybe you'd like a tour of the academy." Zara hesitated for a moment, then smiled. This was why she was here, after all, to learn, to understand, to bridge the gap between humanity and the rest of the galaxy. "I'd love that, Zilks. Thank you." As they set off down the corridor, Zara couldn't help but feel a mix of excitement and apprehension. She was about to dive headfirst into a world beyond her wildest imagination. Little did she know that her presence at the Galactic Academy would set in motion events that would reshape the very fabric of intergalactic society. The first day at the Academy proved to be a whirlwind of new experiences for Zara. Zilks' enthusiastic tour covered only a fraction of the vast institution, but it was enough to leave Zara's head spinning with information. From lecture halls that defied Euclidean geometry to laboratories where the laws of physics seemed more like gentle suggestions, every corner of the academy held wonders that challenged Zara's understanding of the universe. As they walked, Zilks bombarded Zara with questions about Earth and human culture. Is it true that humans spend a third of their lives in a state of unconsciousness? How do you accomplish anything? Zara chuckled, explaining the concept of sleep. "It's not wasted time, Zilks. Our brains use that time to process information and heal our bodies." Zilks' eye stalks wiggled in what Zara was beginning to recognize as amazement. Fascinating. We Xerxians process information constantly. The idea of shutting down for hours at a time is unsettling. Their conversation was interrupted by the sudden appearance of Professor Xylex, its body now a collection of sharp angles and pulsating lights. "Ah, the human specimen," it said, its voice a discordant hum. "I trust you're finding our humble academy adequate." Zara straightened her posture, sensing the challenge in Xylex's tone. "It's incredible, Professor. I'm honored to be here and eager to learn." Xylex's form shimmered, perhaps in amusement or disdain. Zara couldn't tell. "We shall see, human. We shall see how well your primitive mind copes with true knowledge." With that, Xylex seemed to fold in on itself, disappearing into thin air. Zilx's scales had paled slightly. "Don't mind Professor Xylex. It's not known for its warmth." As they continued their tour, Zara couldn't shake the feeling that her time at the academy would be far more challenging than she had anticipated. But as she watched a group of alien students manipulate gravity itself to play some incomprehensible game, she felt a surge of determination. She was here to prove that humanity deserved its place among the stars, and she wouldn't let anyone, not even a shape-shifting professor, stand in her way. The day ended with Zara collapsing onto her bed, exhausted but exhilarated. As she drifted off to sleep, her mind raced with the possibilities that lay ahead. Little did she know that her very presence was already sending ripples through the academy, challenging long-held beliefs and igniting debates that would soon spread far beyond its crystalline walls. In the darkness of her room, Aura's soft glow provided a comforting reminder of home. "Sleep well, Zara," the AI whispered. "Tomorrow, your real challenges begin." And so, as the alien suns set on Zara's first day at the Galactic Academy of Advanced Sciences, the stage was set for a journey that would not only change her life but potentially the course of galactic history itself. Cultural clash and curiosity. The following weeks at the Galactic Academy of Advanced Sciences were a whirlwind of new experiences for Zara. Each day brought fresh challenges and revelations, pushing the boundaries of her understanding and testing her adaptability. Zara's first class, Quantum Entanglement in Multidimensional Spaces, left her reeling. The lecturer, a being of pure energy named Professor Lumina, effortlessly manipulated holographic representations of complex mathematical equations that seemed to dance in the air. "Now, class," Professor Lumina's voice resonated, can anyone explain the implications of the Sexin principle on cross-dimensional communication? A chorus of telepathic responses filled the room. Zara, still adjusting to this form of communication, raised her hand hesitantly. Professor Lumina's energy form flickered with interest. "Ah, our human student. Please share your thoughts verbally for now." Zara took a deep breath. "Well, based on what we've learned, I think the Sexin principle suggests that quantum entanglement could be used to transmit information instantaneously across dimensions, potentially bypassing the light speed limit in our own dimension." A ripple of surprise passed through the class. Professor Lumina's form brightened. "An astute observation, Zara. Perhaps there's hope for your species yet." As the weeks progressed, Zara found herself becoming a subject of fascination for her alien classmates. During breaks, she was often surrounded by curious beings eager to learn more about Earth and humanity. "Is it true that humans alter their appearance with artificial pigments and coverings?" asked Sarax, a gelatinous entity that changed color with its moods. Zara nodded, pulling out her tablet to show images of Earth fashion. "We call it makeup and clothing. It's not just practical, it's a form of self-expression." The aliens crowded around, utterly fascinated by the concept. Zilks, who had become Zara's closest friend at the academy, was particularly intrigued. "But why limit yourself to such static forms of expression?" Zilks asked, its scales shifting through a rainbow of colors. "Wouldn't it be more efficient to simply alter your biological structure at will?" Zara laughed. "We're not that advanced yet, Zilks. But who knows? Maybe someday." Not all interactions were so positive, however. In her psychic energy manipulation class, Zara struggled to keep up with her psychically gifted classmates. Professor Xilex, who taught the course, seemed to take particular pleasure in highlighting her shortcomings. "Observe, class," Xilex's ever-shifting form announced one day, "the limitations of a non-psychic species. Zara, please demonstrate your attempt at basic telekinesis." Zara focused intently on the small object before her, willing it to move. Despite her best efforts, it remained stubbornly still. Snickers echoed through the classroom. "As you can see," Xilex continued, its tone dripping with condescension, "some species are simply not equipped for higher forms of cognition and energy manipulation." Zara felt her cheeks burn with embarrassment, but she refused to be cowed. "With all due respect, Professor," she said, standing up, "humans have achieved remarkable things without psychic abilities. We've developed technology to compensate for what we lack naturally." To demonstrate, Zara pulled out a small device she had been working on in her spare time. With a few taps, the object Xilex had asked her to move began to levitate. "It may not be psychic power," Zara explained, "but it achieves the same result through different means." The class fell silent, many students looking at Zara with newfound respect. Even Xilex seemed momentarily at a loss for words. This incident marked a turning point in Zara's academy experience. While some, like Xilex, continued to view her with skepticism, many of her fellow students began to see her in a new light. They started to appreciate that while humans might lack certain abilities, their creativity and adaptability were forces to be reckoned with. Zara's unique perspective began to influence class discussions in unexpected ways. In temporal mechanics and paradox resolution, she introduced her classmates to human theories of time travel from science fiction, sparking animated debates about the nature of causality. During a xenobiology seminar, Zara's description of Earth's diverse ecosystems left her classmates awestruck. The idea of a single planet supporting such a wide variety of life forms was almost unheard of in their experience. "But how do you prevent one species from dominating all others?" asked a hive-mind entity composed of millions of tiny organisms. Zara smiled. "That's the beauty of it. Earth's ecosystems are all about balance. When one species becomes too dominant, it often leads to its own downfall." This concept of natural balance fascinated many of the alien students, leading to passionate discussions about the role of intervention in planetary development. As Zara's first term at the academy neared its end, she found herself at the center of a slowly growing circle of friends and admirers. Zilks, ever loyal, had taken to defending Zara against any lingering prejudice. "You should hear yourselves," Zilks admonished a group of doubters one day. "Dismissing an entire species based on a few physical limitations. Zara has shown us time and again that humans possess strengths we hadn't even considered." Zara was touched by Zilks's defense, but she knew that not everyone was convinced. Professor Xilex, in particular, seemed to view her as a threat to the established order. One evening, as Zara was working late in one of the Academy's labs, she overheard a conversation that chilled her to the bone. "The human's influence is spreading too quickly," Xilex's unmistakable voice hummed. "If we don't act soon, everything we've built here could be undermined." An unfamiliar voice responded, "What do you propose?" "A test," Xilex replied. "One that will prove once and for all that humans have no place in our galaxy's future." As the voices faded, Zara's mind raced. She had known that her presence at the Academy would be challenging, but she hadn't anticipated becoming the center of a galactic controversy. Back in her room, Zara confided in ARIA. "I don't know what to do," she admitted. "I came here to learn, not to change everything." ARIA's holographic form flickered thoughtfully. "Perhaps change is precisely what's needed, Zara. You've already shown that humanity has something unique to offer. The question is, are you ready to defend that on a larger stage?" Zara gazed out her window at the alien landscape, pondering Aria's words. She had come to the Academy as a student, but it was becoming clear that her role was evolving into something far more significant. As the strange alien suns set on another day, Zara steeled herself for the challenges ahead. Whatever test Xilex had in mind, she would face it head-on, not just for herself, but for the future of humanity in this vast, complex universe. The human advantage. As the new term began at the Galactic Academy of Advanced Sciences, an air of tension permeated the crystalline halls. Rumors of Zara's growing influence had spread, and the student body seemed divided. Some embraced the fresh perspective she brought, while others viewed her presence as a disruption to the established order. Zara tried to focus on her studies, but she couldn't shake the feeling that something big was looming on the horizon. Her suspicions were confirmed when Dean Xanthar's misty form materialized in her quarters one evening. "Zara," the dean's voice echoed in her mind, "I'm afraid we have a situation that requires your attention." Zara straightened, her heart racing. "What's happening, Dean?" Xanthar's form swirled anxiously. "A crisis has arisen in our quantum probability lab. An experiment has gone awry, threatening to destabilize the very fabric of reality in this sector of the galaxy. We need fresh ideas, and quickly." As they hurried through the Academy's winding corridors, Xanthar explained the situation in more detail. A team of researchers, led by none other than Professor Xilex, had been working on a device to manipulate quantum probabilities. The experiment had spiraled out of control, creating a cascading effect that was causing random fluctuations in the laws of physics throughout the Academy. Upon reaching the lab, Zara was met with a scene of chaos. Objects flickered in and out of existence, gravity reversed sporadically, and time itself seemed to hiccup and stutter. In the center of it all stood Professor Xilex, its form a frantic whirl of shapes and colors. "You!" Xilex exclaimed upon seeing Zara. "This is no place for a primitive species. Your presence will only complicate matters." Dean Xanthar intervened. "Professor, we need all the help we can get. Zara's unique perspective might be exactly what we need." Swallowing her apprehension, Zara approached the malfunctioning device. It was a swirling vortex of energy, pulsing with an otherworldly light. The alien scientists around her were frantically trying to stabilize it, but their efforts seemed to be making things worse. "Stop," Zara shouted, an idea forming in her mind. "You're approaching this all wrong. You're trying to force the quantum fluctuations into a pattern, but that's only making them more chaotic." The aliens turned to her, a mixture of curiosity and skepticism in their expressions. "What do you propose, human?" Xilex challenged. Zara took a deep breath. On Earth, we have a concept called controlled chaos. Instead of trying to impose order, we need to guide the chaos into a self-stabilizing pattern. She quickly sketched out a diagram on a nearby holographic display. If we modulate the quantum field like this, we can create a feedback loop that will gradually dampen the fluctuations. The alien scientists studied her proposal, their expressions shifting from doubt to cautious hope. Even Xylex seemed begrudgingly impressed. "It's unorthodox," Xylex admitted, "but it might just work." With no time to lose, the team set to work implementing Zara's idea. As they recalibrated the device, Zara felt a surge of adrenaline. This was her chance to prove that humanity's way of thinking had value in this advanced galactic society. Hours passed in a blur of frantic activity. Zara worked alongside the alien scientists, her human intuition complementing their vast knowledge. Slowly but surely, the chaos began to subside. Objects stopped flickering, gravity stabilized, and the unsettling time distortions faded away. Finally, with a last pulse of energy, the device shut down. An eerie silence fell over the lab. "Did it work?" someone whispered. Dean San Thar's misty form expanded with relief. "It appears so. The quantum field is stabilizing." "Zara, you've done it." A cheer went up from the assembled scientists. Zara found herself at the center of a crowd of grateful aliens, each eager to express their appreciation in their own unique way. Even Professor Xylex approached her, its form settling into a more stable configuration. "I may have misjudged you, human," Xylex said, its tone a mixture of reluctance and respect. "Your solution was elegantly simple." Zara nodded, accepting the backhanded compliment. Sometimes, a fresh perspective is all that's needed. As the excitement died down and the cleanup began, Zara couldn't help but feel a sense of accomplishment. She had faced a crisis that threatened the very laws of physics and had emerged victorious. More importantly, she had shown that humanity's unique way of thinking had a place in this advanced galactic community. Word of Zara's role in averting the crisis spread quickly through the academy. In the days that followed, she noticed a shift in how she was perceived. The skepticism and condescension she had often faced were replaced with curiosity and respect. In her classes, professors began to actively seek her input, valuing her alternative approaches to problems. Her fellow students, once hesitant to engage with her, now eagerly included her in study groups and discussions. Even the academy's curriculum began to change. Zara's success had highlighted the value of interdisciplinary thinking and creative problem-solving. New courses were introduced that combined different fields of study, encouraging students to think beyond their specialized areas of expertise. One evening, as Zara was working on a project in her quarters, she received an unexpected visitor. It was Zilx, practically vibrating with excitement. "Zara, you won't believe what's happening," Zilx exclaimed, its scales shimmering with joy. "The Galactic Council has taken notice of your achievements here. They're talking about expanding the exchange program to bring more humans to other alien institutions." Zara sat back, stunned. "Really? That's incredible." Zilx's eye stalks waved enthusiastically. "It's more than that. There's talk of accelerating plans for Earth's full integration into the galactic community. Your success here has convinced many skeptics that humans have a valuable role to play." As Zilx continued to share the latest news and rumors, Zara's mind whirled with the implications. She had come to the academy hoping to learn and to prove that humanity deserved a place among the stars. Now, it seemed, she had set in motion events that could reshape the future of both her species and the galaxy at large. But with this growing influence came new challenges. As Zara prepared for bed that night, she couldn't shake a sense of unease. She had already faced opposition from those resistant to change. How would they react to this new development? And was humanity truly ready for accelerated integration into this vast, complex galactic society? As she drifted off to sleep, Zara resolved to face whatever challenges lay ahead. She had proven that humanity's unique perspective had value. Now she would need to ensure that this opportunity was not squandered. The future of Earth and its place in the galaxy might well depend on what she did next. Galactic implications. The news of Zara's success in averting the quantum crisis spread like wildfire, not just through the Academy, but across the galactic information networks. What had started as a simple exchange program had now become a focal point of interstellar politics and diplomacy. One morning, Zara was summoned to Dean Sandvar's office. As she entered, she was surprised to see not only the dean but also a holographic projection of what appeared to be a panel of diverse alien beings. Zara of Earth, one of the projected figures, spoke, its voice a symphony of harmonics. "I am High Counselor Zixnara of the Galactic Confederation. Your actions have not gone unnoticed." Zara straightened, feeling the weight of the moment. "Thank you, High Counselor. I'm honored by your attention." Zixnara's form shimmered. "The integration of new species into our galactic community is always a delicate process. Your presence at the Academy was meant to be a small step in that direction. However, recent events have accelerated matters considerably." Another counselor, a being of living crystal, chimed in. "There are those who believe that humanity's unique problem-solving abilities could be invaluable, addressing some of our most pressing galactic issues." Zara listened intently as the council outlined a proposal. They wanted to expand the exchange program dramatically, bringing hundreds of human students and researchers to various institutions across the galaxy. In return, Earth would receive unprecedented access to advanced alien technologies and knowledge. "This is an opportunity for humanity to take its place among the stars far sooner than anticipated," Zixnara explained. "However, it also comes with significant risks and responsibilities. We need to know if you believe your species is ready for such a leap." The weight of the question hit Zara like a gravitational wave. She was being asked to speak on behalf of her entire species, to make a decision that could alter the course of human history. "High Counselors," Zara began, choosing her words carefully, "humanity has dreamed of this moment for centuries. We've long wondered if we were alone in the universe, and now we know we're part of a vast, incredible community. I believe we're ready to take this step, to learn and contribute in equal measure." The counselors murmured among themselves, their alien features impossible for Zara to read. Finally, Zixnara spoke again. "Very well. We will proceed with the expansion of the program. You, Zara, will play a crucial role in this transition. Your experiences and insights will be vital in preparing both humans and aliens for increased interaction." As the holographic projection faded, Dean Sandvar turned to Zara, its misty form swirling with what seemed like a mixture of pride and concern. "You've set great events in motion, Zara," the dean said. "I hope you're prepared for what comes next." The following weeks were a whirlwind of activity. Zara found herself thrust into the role of de facto ambassador, splitting her time between her studies and endless meetings with alien dignitaries and human officials. The Academy itself was transforming. New wings were being constructed to accommodate the influx of human students, and the curriculum was being overhauled to include courses on human history, culture, and scientific methods. Not everyone was pleased with these rapid changes. One day, as Zara was leaving a xenobiology lecture, she found her path blocked by Professor Xilex and a group of like-minded faculty members. "You've overstepped, human," Xilex's form pulsed with agitation. "This acceleration is reckless. Your species is not ready for the responsibilities that come with full galactic citizenship." Zara stood her ground. "With all due respect, Professor, that's not for you alone to decide. The Galactic Council believes in our potential, as do many here at the Academy." Xilex's form sharpened into jagged angles. "And what of the consequences? Have you considered the impact on less developed worlds? The potential for human aggression to destabilize delicate interstellar balances?" These were questions Zara had grappled with herself. "Every species has the potential for both great good and great harm," she responded. "What matters is the choices we make. Humanity has much to learn, but we also have much to offer. Isn't that the point of this Academy? to learn from each other and grow together. As the confrontation drew attention, other students and faculty began to gather. To Zara's surprise, many voiced their support for her position. Even some of Xylex's colleagues seemed swayed by her words. The debate that started in that hallway soon spread throughout the academy and beyond. Across the galaxy, discussions raged about humanity's place in the cosmic order. Some saw humans as a young, dynamic species that could bring fresh energy and ideas to stagnating galactic institutions. Others feared that humanity's rapid advancement could upset carefully maintained balances of power. Amidst this turmoil, Zara received an unexpected message. The Galactic Council, recognizing the need for a unified approach to human integration, had decided to convene a special summit. Representatives from all major galactic factions would attend to discuss the future of human-alien relations, and they wanted Zara to address the summit. As she prepared for this monumental task, Zara felt the full weight of her responsibility. She would be speaking not just for herself, not just for the Academy, but for all of humanity. Her words could shape the course of Earth's future among the stars. The night before her departure for the summit, Zara stood at the window of her quarters, gazing out at the alien sky. The universe seemed vaster and more wondrous than ever, filled with both promise and peril. "RIA," she said to her AI assistant, "do you think we're doing the right thing? Are we moving too fast?" RIA's holographic form flickered thoughtfully. "There's no way to be certain, Zara. But throughout human history, progress has always involved taking risks. The question is whether the potential benefits outweigh those risks." Zara nodded, her resolve strengthening. Whatever challenges lay ahead, she was determined to face them. She had come to the Academy to learn, but now she found herself in a position to teach, to show the galaxy what humanity was truly capable of. As the alien suns began to rise, heralding the dawn of a new day, Zara prepared herself for the journey ahead. The summit awaited, and with it the future of humanity's place in the cosmos. "Very well. We will proceed with the expansion of the program. You, Zara, will play a crucial role in this transition. Your experiences and insights will be vital in preparing both humans and aliens for increased interaction." As the holographic projection faded, Dean Santhar turned to Zara, its misty form swirling with what seemed like a mixture of pride and concern. "You've set great events in motion, Zara," the Dean said. "I hope you're prepared for what comes next." The following weeks were a whirlwind of activity. Zara found herself thrust into the role of de facto ambassador, splitting her time between her studies and endless meetings with alien dignitaries and human officials. The Academy itself was transforming. New wings were being constructed to accommodate the influx of human students, and the curriculum was being overhauled to include courses on human history, culture, and scientific methods. Not everyone was pleased with these rapid changes. One day, as Zara was leaving a xenobiology lecture, she found her path blocked by Professor Xilex and a group of like-minded faculty members. "You've overstepped, human," Xylex's form pulsed with agitation. "This acceleration is reckless. Your species is not ready for the responsibilities that come with full galactic citizenship." Zara stood her ground. "With all due respect, Professor, that's not for you alone to decide. The Galactic Council believes in our potential, as do many here at the Academy." Xylex's form sharpened into jagged angles. "And what of the consequences? Have you considered the impact on less developed worlds? The potential for human aggression to destabilize delicate interstellar balances?" These were questions Zara had grappled with herself. "Every species has the potential for both great good and great harm," she responded. "What matters is the choices we make. Humanity has much to learn, but we also have much to offer. Isn't that the point of this Academy? To learn from each other and grow together." As the confrontation drew attention, other students and faculty began to gather. To Zara's surprise, many voiced their support for her position. Even some of Xylex's colleagues seemed swayed by her words. The debate that started in that hallway soon spread throughout the Academy and beyond. Across the galaxy, Discussions raged about humanity's place in the cosmic order. Some saw humans as a young, dynamic species that could bring fresh energy and ideas to stagnating galactic institutions. Others feared that humanity's rapid advancement could upset carefully maintained balances of power. Amidst this turmoil, Zara received an unexpected message. The Galactic Council, recognizing the need for a unified approach to human integration, had decided to convene a special summit. Representatives from all major galactic factions would attend to discuss the future of human-alien relations, and they wanted Zara to address the summit. As she prepared for this monumental task, Zara felt the full weight of her responsibility. She would be speaking not just for herself, not just for the Academy, but for all of humanity. Her words could shape the course of Earth's future among the stars. The night before her departure for the summit, Zara stood at the window of her quarters, gazing out at the alien sky. The universe seemed vaster and more wondrous than ever, filled with both promise and peril. "LA," she said to her AI assistant, "do you think we're doing the right thing? Are we moving too fast?" LA's holographic form flickered thoughtfully. "There's no way to be certain, Zara. But throughout human history, progress has always involved taking risks. The question is whether the potential benefits outweigh those risks." Zara nodded, her resolve strengthening. Whatever challenges lay ahead, she was determined to face them. She had come to the Academy to learn, but now she found herself in a position to teach, to show the galaxy what humanity was truly capable of. As the alien suns began to rise, heralding the dawn of a new day, Zara prepared herself for the journey ahead. The summit awaited, and with it, the future of humanity's place in the cosmos. A new era of understanding. The Galactic Summit was unlike anything Zara could have imagined. Held on a massive space station at the heart of the Confederation, it brought together representatives from thousands of alien species. The main chamber was a marvel of engineering, capable of accommodating beings of all sizes and environmental needs. As Zara took her place at the podium, she felt the weight of countless alien gazes upon her. Some were curious, others skeptical, and a few openly hostile. Taking a deep breath, she began her address. "Esteemed members of the Galactic Confederation, I stand before you not just as a student or an ambassador, but as a voice for humanity. We are a young species, taking our first steps into a vast and wondrous universe. We come with open minds, eager to learn and contribute." She paused, looking around the chamber. "But we also come with questions, with doubts, and yes, with flaws. We do not claim perfection. What we offer instead is our unique perspective, our creativity, and our unwavering determination to overcome challenges." As Zara spoke, she could sense the mood in the chamber shifting. Even those who had been skeptical seemed to be listening intently. The recent events at the Galactic Academy have shown that when we work together, combining our different strengths and ways of thinking, we can achieve incredible things. The quantum crisis was averted not because of advanced alien technology alone, but because of a collaborative effort that brought together diverse perspectives. She continued, addressing the concerns that have been raised about humanity's rapid advancement. "We understand the fears some may have about our integration into galactic society. History, both ours and yours, is filled with examples of the dangers of unchecked expansion, but it also shows us the incredible progress that can be made when different cultures and species come together in the spirit of mutual understanding and cooperation." Zara proposed a framework for human integration that would balance opportunity with responsibility. She suggested joint research initiatives, cultural exchange programs, and the establishment of a multi-species ethics committee to oversee technological transfers. "We do not ask for charity or special treatment," Zara concluded. "We ask for a chance to prove ourselves, to learn from you, and to contribute to the greater good of all species in this vast galaxy we share." As Zara finished her speech, the chamber erupted in a cacophony of alien vocalizations and telepathic emissions. The debate that followed was intense, with arguments for and against accelerated human integration flying back and forth. To Zara's surprise, One of the voices speaking in favor of her proposal was Professor Xylex. The shape-shifting alien's form was calm and steady as it addressed the assembly. "I have been one of the most vocal critics of accelerated human integration," Xylex admitted, "but working alongside Zara and witnessing the impact of human thinking on our academy has forced me to reconsider. Perhaps what our galactic community needs most is not stability, but the invigoration that comes from fresh perspectives." After days of intense negotiation, a decision was reached. The Galactic Confederation would proceed with an expanded but carefully monitored integration program for humanity. Earth would gain access to advanced technologies and knowledge, but with safeguards in place to ensure responsible use. As the summit concluded, Zara found herself surrounded by alien delegates eager to speak with her. Many expressed excitement about future collaborations, while others shared concerns that she promised to take seriously. Returning to the academy, Zara found the atmosphere dramatically changed. The tension that had pervaded the halls had been replaced with a sense of excitement and possibility. New courses were being developed that combined human and alien approaches to science and philosophy. Research teams were being formed to tackle some of the galaxy's most pressing problems, from ecological disasters on distant worlds to the mysteries of dark matter. In her final year at the academy, Zara watched with pride as the first large group of human students arrived. She took on the role of mentor, helping them navigate the complexities of alien academia and culture. One evening, as Zara was working late in one of the labs, she was surprised to find Dean Xanthar and Professor Xylex waiting for her. "Zara." Xanthar's misty form swirled with what she had come to recognize as joy. "We have a proposal for you." Xylex continued, its form shifting into a series of complex geometric patterns. "Your unique experiences and your role in shaping human-alien relations make you an ideal candidate. We would like you to join the Academy's faculty as the head of a new department, Interspecies Collaboration and Innovation." Zara was stunned. I'm honored. But I'm still so young, still learning." "That's precisely why you're perfect for this role," Xanthar explained. "You embody the bridge between human potential and alien knowledge. Your continued learning will only enhance your ability to guide others." As Zara considered the offer, she realized that her journey had come full circle. She had arrived at the academy as a student, eager to learn about the universe. Now she had the opportunity to help shape how that universe would evolve. "I accept," Zara said, her voice filled with determination. "There's still so much work to be done, so many challenges to overcome. But together, I believe we can create a future that benefits all species." As she looked out the lab window at the alien sky, Zara felt a sense of awe at how far she and humanity had come. The stars no longer seemed distant and unreachable. They were beacons of possibility, each one holding the promise of new discoveries, new friendships, and new understanding. The journey that had begun with one human girl's arrival at an alien academy had blossomed into something far greater. It was the dawn of a new era, not just for humanity, but for the entire galactic community. And Zara knew that this was just the beginning. As she turned back to her new colleagues, ready to discuss plans for the future, Zara couldn't help but smile. The universe, in all its vast complexity, had never seemed more full of wonder and potential.